Hi everybody, and welcome to this video brought to you by experthelpvideos.com. This video is all about the Acer Aspire 5535 laptop, and it's actually about the inherent fault that a lot of this particular model of laptop has, and that is unexpected reboots. This laptop crashes when using Windows Vista for no apparent reason whenever it feels like doing so. Now, there's many different ways suggested on the internet that you can try and get over this fault, but ultimately for many people none of these suggestions work. Even contacting Acer themselves, the only helpful suggestion which they offer is to reinstall back to a factory default, which should get around the problem, but ultimately it never does. Even if you send your laptop back to Acer or back to the company which you bought it from, your best bet is that you're going to get a new laptop, and that laptop's going to be the Aspire 5535, and it's going to have most likely the same fault. So if you have one of these laptops which has got Windows Vista pre-installed, the only way to get around this problem completely, a permanent solution, is to install Windows XP and to use that. Now, I'm not suggesting that you remove Windows Vista. What I'm saying is that you can dual boot the laptop. You can set it up so you can have a choice. Every time you turn the laptop on, you're presented with a menu which gives you a choice. You can choose whether to boot into Windows XP or whether you want to boot into Windows Vista. And if you choose Vista, it will work in exactly the same way as your laptop works now. However, if you choose to boot into Windows XP, it won't crash, which is obviously a lot better. But what I'm going to do today is I'm going to show you how to set up a dual boot function on the 5535 so that you have a choice every time you turn it on whether you want to use Windows XP or Windows Vista. Now, the first thing that I suggest is that you back up any data that you definitely do not want to lose. Once you've done that, we can then begin the process to install Windows XP onto a separate partition on the hard drive. So, once you've backed all your data up, and if you don't know how to do that, an easy thing to do is to use the empowering technology icon on the desktop, which brings this menu up here, and you want to click on, so you want to hover over that icon in the middle there, click on Backup Now. Once you do that, you're presented with, let's just close that menu down, you're presented with these choices here, which click the first one to back up factory default to CD DVD. That will take approximately 30 minutes. Once you've done with that, you then want to back up all of the Windows Vista drivers and the applications. And once you've finished doing that, you can of course back up any personal data that you've saved onto the laptop. So assuming that you've backed up, of course you don't have to do this, I do strongly suggest that you do, and even if you do, you don't have to do it that way. You can back up any way you choose, but by setting the laptop up to dual boot, you won't, or at least you shouldn't, lose any of the existing information. This is purely a precaution. Okay, so once you've done that, the first thing to do is to open up your web browser. I've got a separate monitor attached here, and you want to go to your address bar at the top, which you can see there, and you want to go to the following link, this location here, which is, you can see that there, experthelpvideos.com/5535xp. Okay, and then you click enter. Let's just click enter there, and it will take you to a download page. And this is a special download page which we've set up for you. It says welcome to the download page for XP drivers and programs for the Acer laptop 5535. What you're going to have to do is click in turn on each of these links one at a time and download from the first link all of the drivers that you're going to need for your 55335 running under XP. Then you're going to need this bootloader software and Microsoft Framework 2.0, which you're going to download from there. Once you've downloaded all of the files from those links, save them to your desktop, and then if you go to My Computer, double click, and then double click on drive C, which is you're now in the root directory of drive C. Right click and click on hover over new, and then at the top folder we're going to create a new folder, and we're going to call that 4XP, FORXP, which, as you can see, I've actually already created one just above there called that. So let's just get rid of that folder for now. So we have a new folder in the root directory of drive C which is called 4XP, and if you double click in that folder, you'll see inside the folder that you've created there will be nothing, but once you've downloaded all of your files from here onto your desktop, somewhere around here, just drag and drop them all into this folder called 4XP. So basically download all the files that are on this download page, and then put them into this new folder which you've created called 4XP. Okay, then you can close that down. Right, now that we've done that, what we need to do is we need to set up a new partition on drive C. So coming down here to the Start menu, left click on Start and right click on Computer, and then you want to left click on where it says Manage. Once you've done that, you'll get a window open up on your desktop, and then you want to double click on Storage, double click on Disk Management, and then in the bottom half of this window, just takes a moment to appear. There we go. These are the current disks or the drives that we have, and they have been split up into their individual partitions. So what we need to do is we need to create a new one, and the way that we're going to do this is we're going to right click on Acer drive C, which is like our main drive, and then we're going to click on Shrink. So we click on that, and just have to wait a moment, and then hopefully, there we go. Here we go. We need to enter the amount of disk space that we want to be on our new drive, 10 gigs, which is 10,000 megabytes, like that. There we go. And then click Shrink. If you watch these boxes down here now, this will just take a moment. Okay, our new drive has appeared just here. As you can see, it's 9.77 gigs, and it says unallocated. So what we're going to do is now right click on that, click on new Simple, the first option in the menu there, and then from this menu just click Next, and then just click Next again, and now it's going to ask you to assign a letter to the drive. Now I think it's a good idea, you can choose whatever you want, but I'm going to choose X purely because this is our drive for XP. So let's just make sure we're doing this correctly. Click Next, and now you want to leave that as format this volume with the following settings. File system is NTFS, leave that like that, and we're going to call the drive, just going to type in XP drive, just so that we know that is our drive. That's the one, XP drive, there we go. And leave those unticked, and then click Next, and then click Finish. And as you can see, it says you need to format the disk before you can use it. Is that what you want to do? So just click Format Disk. Right, okay, that's fine. Just click Close because it is actually performing the format as we speak. It just got a little bit confused there. As you can see there, the drive is currently 24% done. So what I'll do, I'll pause the video for now and wait till that's 100% complete.